Is your posture while streaming? I just sit in my chair. I'm either cross-legged and sitting straight up, or I'm leaning back onto the chair and it kind of pushes my back where it needs to be. I don't lean forward though. I do not let myself have the slouchy gamer lean kind of thing. Because for me, I notice it because I'm a little short, so the desk comes up a little like higher. So I push my chair up a bit, so I like match up with it. And it puts me in a position where if I do lean forward, it just doesn't work out well. I don't know, if I try to sit here and lean forward like a shrimp, I actually feel uncomfortable doing that. It's one thing to let your shoulders roll forward a little and you're like mildly shrimpy, but if I like full shrimp and I like lean forward onto the desk even, I can't do that. So I usually just lean back in my chair, or I'm cross-legged and I'm straight upward. Every former tech corpo streamer sits cross-legged. That's very specific. I think it's because a lot of us are aware of posture and how bad it gets, especially if you've done like programming and stuff and you're used to just staring at the screen and like looking over lines of code and you're staring. It's really easy to lean. I used to have like an elastic band that I could use to literally just strap myself at shoulder height, strap myself to my chair. And that way, if you start leaning, you like feel the pressure of it. You know what I mean? So you just like, you end up leaning back into your chair a little more. I had that a long time ago. It was elastic for something else. It wasn't made for that. But I was like, I wonder if this works. And I tried it and I was like, holy shit. Ooh, a racing harness. Actually, it would work really well. I just feel like I'd get so hot in a racing harness. I would start boiling. You just stand at work. I don't like standing all the time. I like to swap between sitting and standing. So I'll push my chair back sometimes and just stand here. And I'll usually like, something I do is I just sit there and I like stretch out my legs to the side. That's how I like stand lower, you know? There's something that people do when they need to bend down so someone short can do a thing. And specifically you see it in like K-pop all the time, where a lot of idols that are pretty tall will have a stylist and it'll be like a 5'2" woman, right? And they'll have to bend down so she can like fix like the top of their hair or something. But instead of bending forward so they don't like ruin stuff on their outfit, they'll do like a side split and they just like put their legs straight out so that their upper body is like in front of them. And I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of it because that's what I do. Because it's good. It's good for you to stretch. But I can't find a good picture of it. I can't find a good picture. If you can imagine that, that's what I do when I'm at my computer and I want to like stand. Does anyone try a kneeling chair? Oh, I always wanted to try one of those. They look like torture devices though. I'm sure they don't feel that bad, but you know. I always want to try the kneeling chair. But is it comfortable? I feel like my legs would get numb. I think my legs would get numb in one of those things as I look at it. No thanks. They're popular with corporate interior designers for projects, but I've never seen them using them IRL. Yeah, I feel like people just get a good chair to put your back against. Like if you're gonna sit, you're gonna sit. And then they just get like standing desks they can stand in between. I think that's all I've really seen people use. Oh, the bouncy ball chair. Holy shit. I would just tell people to sit cross-legged. They'd be like, oh, I like to sit on it because there's no backrest and I have to sit there and balance and it keeps my back straight. Oh, just sit in your chair differently, dude. Just cross your legs and you'll be fine. It does the same thing. You don't need to buy a whole new chair for it. It's crazy. They just kind of looked silly more than anything though. So they suck ass. You feel like your knees are reduced to rubble if you sit in one for more than an hour. Yeah, I think more so I would go numb on the backs of like my hamstrings. Anytime I sit on a chair and I sit up toward the edge of it and there's a little more pressure on the back of my leg, kind of the way it looks like you sit on one of these, I always lose feeling in my legs. Your legs fall asleep if you sit cross-legged. See, mine don't. So I'm able to sit here, and if I'm streaming, I can sit cross-legged the entire time and never have my legs fall asleep. So I think it's to each their own. But me, cross-legged was never an issue. It's it's the normal sitting, but like up on the chair a bit, that gets me. I can't do that. Because some people will suggest, they'll be like, oh, you could sit a little more forward in your chair. Don't put your back against the back of the chair, but keep yourself up straight. So you have to use your muscles to hold yourself up. Oh, it's so good for you. But I can't. My legs go numb.